is this? Okay, I think this is working. Blah blah blah. Okay, I think I'm live. Okay, why is it not showing? Okay, there it is. Right. Today is my third day of trading, and it did go as I was worried it could go. I had tiny winners in the last 2 days, like super tiny, super tiny, and I was worried of not doing what I did, and it's just so freaking hard. I didn't blow up my account, that's one thing, and I didn't trade too much, but I just made, I think, some of the mistakes every beginner trader makes, and the best we can do about it is to learn from them, from those mistakes. So it's just so hard. Right. I thought it would be like nice and smooth and everything, but I hate the idea of starting the week. My first week in the red, but what can I expect, right? 99% of traders, whatever, above 90% fail. So I've done just my part in that stat, right? So let me just, hold on, let me just switch this freaking video. How do I do it though? I have to make it smaller. Hold on a second. Let me show you what I've got here. So 81 negative $81.30 on this stock. Okay, maybe let's just do this one. Look at this. Can you imagine the worst entry than this? What I was thinking, right? And this is where I closed it. This is where I closed it. So that's my first loss on this. In the morning I was kind of positive, but then gave it away. Hold on. So where is it? Minus 25 there. So that was minus 25. I'm not sure what I was trying to do. I thought it's gonna kind of went down, and then I thought there'll be a big move up. Crazy, right? It's unbelievable how stupid that was. I can't believe it. It was just insanely stupid. And then another one. Come on, I think I have a view. Let's have a look. Oh, really annoyed. There are some good things about today, but I'll talk about them in a minute. I just want to talk about the things I'm frustrated about. Actually, let's go back to this one here. Okay, I was already negative. So what was the movement that made me try? What was the price action? Let's see. So it's stopping here. Look at, like, on the 5 minute, this shows me that it's kind of extended. I mean, there's lots of volume here. That would probably made me want to continue. But there was a lot of green candles here. So that's one of the things I should be looking at. There are too many green candles. Let's make a note of that as well. Hold on. Can watch the. I don't want to forget. I want to make my notes. There were quite a few. No. Right. I still have it. Okay, so I'm holding it, right? Because it's still around the 30, and I think it will break that support line, so I closed it at the support. So that was it. That was it. Basically, okay, from what I'm seeing now, I'll just from what I'm seeing now, yeah, there were lots of green candles in a row. The time of day is prone to those kind of flashes, big flashes. This knife falling situations, and I should have stopped here because that was signal, but I didn't. I missed lots of good entries earlier, which I will show you in a minute. Because I was afraid to press the button, so I pressed it at the worst time possible. Is that it? Okay, what is it doing here? Why don't I have those support lines? Like this diagonal, there it is. Right. What have I done here? Come on. It's like my PC does seem a little bit sluggish for some reason. And I mean, the spreads look wider than in demo for some reason. Maybe there's not that many people trading these days because uh, of the market. There was some losses. Here's my entry. I was trying to catch this bottom, so and I got filled around here, so that was a bad entry. So I'm holding it. I don't want to increase my share size. That's a good thing. I didn't try to catch a falling knife. Okay, maybe I will be able to close it for profit, but look at what's happening. I closed it there with only 100 shares. I'm not averaging down. It's a good thing. Otherwise, on this whole move, my loss could have been much greater, a couple $100. And I think that's the mistake. Another level of mistakes, I think, which is more basic. So I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm looking for the bottom, right? Enter there, like super late. Actually, it's not too bad, but it's not done. See, closed it at least. Now I entered. Should have waited for the support line here. Didn't. My entry was rubbish, and I'm holding it, hoping that it will be bigger bounce. It does go into positive slightly, but because of the spread, I'm not getting filled for my 10 cent. I'm saying 10. Yeah, okay. So I closed it there because it flashed so much, and I should have actually waited for it to go down, like bottom down, and then enter. But actually, the price movement wasn't didn't bounce that much. But if I entered here instead of closing it, then I would be able to close it for some profit. So that was awful. What I'm annoyed about is also the fact that I had so many opportunities during the day, and I don't know if I got these lines here, like this one. I did recognize this channel here, or a flag, whatever. Actually, on two stocks, on this one and the other one, and I didn't enter it. Like, come on, dude! Like, you have to enter those. CLVS was another one. I did some trades on CLVS, but it was what is it? The ATR, the range of the stock is I mean, at least on those during the day, is so small that I kind of entered and I thought there was a big movement up, and I closed it with a hotkey, and I thought I had much bigger profit. It was like $2 or something, and then I think I did another one, and yeah, I tried it twice, and it wasn't too good. But look at this one. I did mark this one out as well. Did I enter? No. I kind of didn't expect a big move like this. I thought it would go up and then flash down, and I didn't know at which point, because it's already 11 o'clock. It was around 11, and I know that around this time there's tendency for those flashes, as it did over here, but which wasn't, I think, as severe as on the 882, 838. It wasn't as severe as on the Zikin. Come on, where's that? Zikin, how big was that? 20. Zikin. like this candle, 30.68, 12.65, yeah, of a dollar on this one. Yeah, so catching those falling knife situations, I have to keep that in mind. So after commissions, look at this. I need to show you. Just learn from my mistakes, guys. Don't even look at it. So it was $81, 2,000 shares traded. I increased my share like gradually, 400, 600, now 2,000, because I was trying to catch that falling knife. So $100 negative, huh? And then $73 total with my profits from previous days. So you can see how it looks, and look at this one. That's just not very encouraging, and that's what I was worried actually for the last 2 days, because I hardly trade, and usually the losses are a little bit bigger for me with my style of trading, which it gives me which raises another question, right? Is it the right strategy when your losses are this big? But I have to keep it in perspective. For me, $100 loss was a small one when the times are good, and it just shows it on this chart like that, because I'm only starting. But hopefully, when I trade a little bit more, get in a groove, the things will start to look a little bit different. And I just have to give myself a little bit of time, because it's psychologically it's very different trading in demo than live account. It's just I'm very stressed about it at this point. So yeah, the thing this is my demo, and this is when I was trading and holding their losers. So those were my green days, and the red ones were obviously massive in a couple of thousands. But then I was trading bigger shares, like 500 at one go, 500 shares, and I'll keep them, hold them. So positives now. Where's my Word document? Things I did right. First of all, I didn't feel like I was getting a bad first, and there's a blah blah blah. The balance, how to get yes, okay. So maybe it wasn't a good time to trade when I was. I could see that the spread was rubbish. On the last trade, I should have waited for the price hit to hit the support line. This is when I exited. Yeah, that's when you're in panic mode or just emotional trading. You don't see the levels. You don't see the things you're supposed to see. There'll be quite a few in a row. Okay, I just made that note, so I'll have to modify it later. It was a great learning day, and I think every professional makes notes and learns from their mistakes, and also points out what they did right. From the things I did correct and should be happy about, I did close the trades relatively quickly. That's correct. Whenever it went against me, I closed it because I no longer had confidence to keep it, because I didn't know how far it will flash. Obviously, there's a lot to be improved on in that regard. I didn't. The other thing I didn't finish my notes was I didn't average down. If I for example, I don't know, whatever, whichever one I bought here, then it flashed, I averaged down, and then it flashed more, I would average down, and then, I would be holding 300, 400 shares and then closing it here wouldn't be a great result. I think, no, I think it's definitely that I would have much greater loss than this. So $100, it's not great, especially that I don't know if I'll ever make money in trading, but it's the price you pay to learn. So I count it as my experience cost. So I hope each one of those will get me closer to being profitable. So, and I hope there'll be won't be that many, and it won't last that long before I learn how to do it properly. I think I just have to take from next week. I just have to get in the positions that I think are good ones. Hold them a little bit longer. I think I do recognize the levels, except for this last one. Obviously, you never get it right, and I was caught in the worst possible scenario imagined. I think. Well, it could also hold down, right? And then they could keep it for a few hours, and then there will be some news on it, and the stock would open at half the price, right? That's also possible. So, but for what I kind of expected, this is the worst I can imagine, being caught on a falling knife and buying the top. I've seen it so many times, and I still did it. So I guess I would just have to close the computer during between, I don't know, 11:30 or 11 and 1 o'clock. Actually, until 2 o'clock, I should close it 2 p.m. I think. Just leave it be and forget about trading. Although these moves, okay, what time was it? Yeah, it was 11 something. Like, it's, and let me show you. So this is the Zikin, right? So you get this channel that's kind of narrows down. It gets smaller and smaller. Then when the stock is preparing for what is it, for a bounce up, whatever, for the buying spree, whatever you call it, it produces this higher low. So it did that here, and after that it had this great move. I basically watched this like a hawk and marked it out, and I knew what to expect. But because there was a first exact the same move, look at this. So two stocks was the same. The price action was basically the same. Um, well, this one actually is a flag. It didn't kind of narrow down, but the price action was very similar. Okay, there was less of those and blah blah blah, but the concept is the same. You see the higher low over here, and then the break, consolidation, another push up, another kind of consolidation. And yeah, it just went higher and higher, right? I didn't want to trade this one because, like I said, the movements wasn't that great in terms of what is it, the price, right? It would move just tiny bit. So 93, okay, but I would have to capture the whole candle, right? When the market is hot, you just on a tiny piece of a candle you get a lot more money. So yeah, I don't know what else I was gonna talk about. So not the best start. I'm basically in a loss already. I'm red, and it's tough. So why is it so hard to be a trader? Because you can practice all the time in demo as much as you want, and it's not gonna fully prepare you for trading live, because the psychology comes into play and lots of other things, I think. And it's tough. Jeez. I don't know. At this point, I don't know if I'll ever make it, but I'll do my best. I'll have to put some kind of price, like how far I'm gonna go down. I think it might be $1,000 for now. Then I'll just trade in demo again or something. I don't know. But then on the other hand, there's no point, because in demo I can be profitable, and I have been. So I think slowly I just have to get used to losing, and then just doing, just continuing, and hopefully the market will be easier to trade. Actually, it's not. It's a very difficult period with the stocks going like this. But there was opportunity today, definitely. Yesterday there were opportunities, and I just didn't press the buy button. So when I should have. And I think even if I lost at the end today, I would be at zero at least if I actually pressed the buy button. So that's that. So at the moment, it's not too bad, right? I mean, minus 73. What did I expect, right? minus $73 on a week. Started Wednesday. First 3 days of trading. Great learning experience. And yeah, another lesson. So yeah, I'm gonna end this. Oh, I just didn't want to go into the weekend with the loss. Like 1 hour ago, I was still green. And I just couldn't help myself. Just got the top and the falling knife. So yeah, we live, we learn. So the what is it? Those lessons that feel the worst and are the most expensive, I think, are the best. So I'm gonna try to digest what I've done today and be better for the next week. So I'm gonna end the stream now. I've had enough. But this thing, closing the light speed. Right, where's the bloody thing? There it is. Okay, I'll be back at it on Monday. Let's see how it goes on Monday. Take care. Have a great week.